like space or an echo. Subhuti said, "It is wonderful, O Lord, how deep is this Dharma, I mean the perfection of wisdom. Demonstration does not diminish or increase it. Non-demonstration also does not diminish or increase it." The Lord replied, "Well said, Subhuti. It is just as if a Tathagata should, during his entire life, speak in praise of space, without thereby increasing the volume of space. And space would not diminish either, while he was not speaking in praise of it. Or it is as with an illusory man. Praise does not penetrate into him or win him over. When there is no praise, he is not affected or frustrated. Just so, the true nature of dharmas is just so much, whether it be demonstrated or not." Subhuti said, "A doer of what is hard is the bodhisattva who, while he or she courses in perfect wisdom, does not lose heart or get elated, who persists in making endeavors about it and does not turn back. The development of perfect wisdom is like the development of space. Homage should be paid to those bodhisattvas who are armed with this armor. For with space, they want to be armed when, for the sake of beings, they put on the armor. Armed with the great armor is a bodhisattva. A hero is a bodhisattva when he or she wants to be armed with an armor and win full enlightenment for the sake of beings who are like space, who are like the realm of Dharma. He or she is one who wants to liberate space. He or she is one who wants to get rid of space. He or she is one who has won the armor of the great perfection of vigor. That bodhisattva who is armed with the armor for the sake of beings who are like space, who are like the realm of Dharma." Thereupon a certain monk saluted the Lord with folded hands and said to the Lord, "I pay homage, O Lord, to the perfection of wisdom, for it neither produces nor stops any dharma." Sakra said, "If someone, holy Subhuti, would make efforts about this perfection of wisdom, what would his efforts be about?" Subhuti said, "He would make efforts about space, and he would make his efforts about a mere vacuity if he would decide to train in perfect wisdom or to work on it." Sakra said, "Please, O Lord, command me to shelter, defend, and protect that son or daughter of a good family who bears in mind this perfection of wisdom." Subhuti said, "Sakra, can you see that Dharma which you intend to shelter, defend, and protect?" Sakra said, "Not so, holy Subhuti." Subhuti said, "So, when a bodhisattva stands in the perfection of wisdom, as it has been expounded, then just that will be his shelter, defense, and protection. On the other hand, when he or she is lacking in perfect wisdom, then those men and ghosts who look for entry will gain entrance into him. One would, however, want to arrange shelter, defense, and protection for space, if one would want to arrange shelter, defense, and protection for a bodhisattva who courses in perfect wisdom. What do you think, Kausika? Are you able to arrange shelter, defense, and protection for an echo?" Sakra said, "Not so, holy Subhuti." Subhuti said, "Just so, a bodhisattva who courses and dwells in perfect wisdom comprehends that all dharmas are like an echo. He or she does not think about them, does not review, identify, or perceive them. And he or she knows that those dharmas do not exist, that their reality does not appear, cannot be found, cannot be got at. If he or she dwells thus, he or she courses in perfect wisdom." Conclusion. Thereupon, through the Buddha's might, the 4 great kings in the great Trichilakasam, and all the Sakras, chiefs of gods, and all the great Brahma gods, and Sahapati, the great Brahma, all came to where the Lord was. They reverently saluted the Lord's feet with their heads, walked 3 times round the Lord, and stood on one side. Through the Buddha's might and through his miraculous power, their minds were impressed by the sight of 1,000 Buddhas. In these very words, by monks called Subhuti, etc., has this very perfection of wisdom been expounded. Just this very chapter of the perfection of wisdom. With reference to it, just the Sakras, chief of gods, ask questions and counter questions. At this very spot of earth has just this perfection of wisdom been taught. Maitreya also, the Bodhisattva, the great being, will, after he has won the supreme enlightenment at this very spot of earth, teach this very same perfection of wisdom.